So here it is, the final reveal. Isn't it wonderful? So you can see I've decreased this side, but I haven't done this side yet because I'm going to make it a tutorial for you, and it's quite a little bit wider. This one just goes in a little bit, but look at these colours. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they just stunning? So on the back, I put some extra rows. Can you hear me? And I showed you how to join it together when I did this. The top of the sleeve is exactly the same how I did the back. And then I did extra rows on the bottom. So I think it's beautiful. It's too big for me. It's a size medium to large, whereas I'm a small to a medium sometimes. But isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it just stunning? It's just lovely. So I'll show you how I do the decreasing for the sleeve. It was very easy. I love this. I just used separate colours, any colours I liked in a rainbow pattern. Just did it separately, joined each colour. It's beautiful, and I love how it looks exactly the same. I made sure it started the same colour under here, and I have the tutorials in my HexiCardigan playlist on how you start. So it's beautiful. I love it. I'm so proud. Thank you very much for watching my videos. So this is just a close-up look again at the tops of the sleeves that I did a tutorial on. And I did exactly the same way as when I joined the two sides together. No sewing, just crocheting them together, and it was very, very easy. So that's one side and that's the other side. And there's the top of one sleeve and there's the top of the other sleeve. So that's the back, and I think it looks really lovely. So when I did the extra rows along the front, you can't see it now that I've done this is my last row of purple that I did all the way along the bottom and up the front and down one side again. But when I did the straight rows, to keep them straight, it's underneath here, but I did a cluster on one row, and then the other one I just did one double crochet, and that's where I've done the cluster into. Then I did another cluster and I did one, and I did another cluster and I did one. So that's how I kept my edges straight, but you can't see now because I've got my last row right in there where there's only one. So I hope that helps you keep the edges straight. So I have really enjoyed doing this. It's been a big project. I absolutely adore the colours. I might do some more rainbow things. I've got some things in mind. So thank you very much. I've really enjoyed doing this. And so now I'm going to show you how I decrease for the sleeves. Good morning. So I wanted to show you the decrease on the sleeves. So I've done, where is it? I've done the decrease on this sleeve here, and I've made sure I've decreased under the armpit area, and I don't think you can really tell. You can a little bit. You can see the decrease here in the green. You can see it there in the blue, and where is it in the purple? Somewhere in the purple. Oh, down over here. So I've sort of put them in a different area, but down on the armpit side. So I think you won't notice it so much. So keeping in the colour scheme, I've got my green here, and I started and I've gone all the way around. And then I'm going to decrease by doing these two together. So it's very simple, so I'll show you how. It's a cold day today outside after we've had 17 degrees yesterday. It was like summer. It was beautiful. It was so hot. And then today's freezing. So you've done your cluster there, and you go into the next one and you do the start of your cluster. You just do 1 double crochet or a UK treble. Then you yarn over and you go into the gap, grab your yarn, come back and go through 2, and you don't do anything else. Don't finish it. Yarn over again, go into the next one, pull your yarn through, go through the first 2, and then go through all the 3. Then do 1 more double crochet in that space, and you've pulled it together. And then I yarn over and I just do a cluster into that next space as normal. And then I just finish off this colour. So when you come around with the next colour, which will be blue for me, you do your cluster in here and you do your cluster in there, but where it's pulled together, you don't go in the middle there. I can show you that. So I've started my blue and I've done my first cluster. I will do my next cluster into the next space. And then I come to where I join these 2 together. So I'll go into that side and then right over into that side. You won't go into the middle. And that will pull it in slightly. So I'll just do a cluster on this side. And then I'm going to jump right over to this side and do a cluster on this side. And then I'm going to do another decrease because I'm not doing cuffs and I've got a shorter sleeve, like a 3/4 sleeve. I'm going to decrease on every row because I'm only doing green, blue and purple. So it's only 3 rows and I just want to bring it in a little. But if you're doing a longer sleeve and cuffs, I would do every 2nd row a decrease. So I'm going to decrease here between these 2. So once again, yarn over and do 1 double crochet or a UK treble. Yarn over and start the next one, pull it through 2 and leave those 2 on your hook. Yarn over again and go into the next one. Pull it through 2, and then you've got 3 on your hook. Pull it through all 3. So it looks like that. And then do 1 more double crochet or a UK treble in that spot. And there you've decreased again. And then I'm just going to continue my way around the sleeve in the blue. And so when I do the purple, I will once again go this side a cluster and this side the cluster. So you go each side of where you decreased and it will pull it in a little bit. So I've just started the purple and I'm going to do my final decrease. Oops, so I can show you one last time. Yarn over do a double crochet or a UK treble, yarn over again, start the double crochet, go through 2 and leave those on your hook, yarn over and go into the next one, start it again, go through 2, yarn over, pull it through 3, then yarn over and do one more double crochet in that space, and then carry on and do the cluster into the next space. So that was my last decrease, and I'll come back round to the start. So there you go, that's my decreases that you can't really see. When someone's wearing it, you won't really see what's happening, so I'm quite pleased with that. So there you go, that's 2 sleeves done. So thank you very much for watching my tutorials and helping me with my channel by watching and encouraging me. And I'll catch up with you with the next series. I have no idea what I'm going to make next. Bye.